I'd just like to welcome everybody here. My name is Rudy Johnson. On Tuesday, I made an announcement at the Franklin County Courthouse, and today we're in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh, and it's a pretty nice day, and where I'll announce my candidacy again for the New York State Assembly, representing the 114th District of the New York State Assembly. I know a lot of you have lost a whole lot of faith in our state government. I know that you don't think it matters who represents you in Albany, and you have good reason to be cynical. With the constant infighting about budgets and earmarks and special interests, Albany could not be more distant from the needs of the North Country. Our interests, our hopes, and aspirations could not be farther from the arguments about over appropriation bills and pork barrel subsidies. Today we're worried about our jobs. We're worried about our futures. Albany seems to be only interested in itself, in committees and careers and re-election campaigns. So I understand why some of you may be cynical. You know, Albany is kind of broken. It's sort of like if you have a plumbing problem in your house. If you got something leaking in the basement and you got 6 feet of water in the basement and you can't drink water in your house, you can't take a shower, and the plumber can't figure out what's going on, eventually you got to call another plumber. But you got to get the problem fixed. We can't continue to do business as usual because Albany has been broken. We're desperately in need of solutions. We need to stop thinking like bureaucrats or extremists or career politicians and start thinking like engineers, farmers, and small business operators. We need practical ideas. We need representatives who will focus on problem solving, who will understand that what the North Country and indeed the state needs is innovation, not stagnation. Our workers, farmers, businessmen, and their families need representatives who will fight for their interests, who understand the potential of the North Country and the determination of its people. I would like to be that representative, that advocate for our communities, and that problem solver who will bring fresh, practical ideas to Albany. What we have to understand is there's 150 assembly members in Albany right now, each of them with one vote. It's easy to imagine that our one small vote is insignificant. It's easy to feel that with only one small vote, our voice will be drowned out from yells from places like New York City, Syracuse, Rochester, Buffalo. It's easy to think that our single voice will not be heard with all the contention and bickering of Albany. It's easy to imagine our words being suffocated by the screams of special interests and lobbyists. But behind our one small vote, we can still have a loud, strong voice. I want to provide that loud, strong voice for the North Country. I want to be the voice behind our one vote, the voice that speaks strong and loud for new ideas, the voice that speaks strong and loud for new jobs, businesses, and fairness for our farmers and our workers. The voice that speaks strong and loud for the education and training that we need to embrace new opportunities. The voice that speaks strong and loud to preserve our farms and the traditions that have defined our way of life. But no one voice, no matter how forceful, will be heard alone. And that is why I need your support. Together we can demand Albany's attention. Together we can overcome cynicism, restore faith in our government, and find real solutions to our problems and get real results for the North Country. Together we can transform our small votes into that loud, strong voice, and we can tell Albany that we will be heard. For more information about our campaign and how where we're going to be, some of the events, you can go to our website at rudyforassembly.com. Again, that's rudyforassembly.com. And we intend to travel all regions of the 114th district, from the southernmost part of Franklin County to the northeasternmost part of Clinton County. We intend to go to every town. We intend to go to all the events and celebrations, as well as the county fairs. I thank you for coming out today, and if we only have one person here. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer anything for you.
You were talking about supporting education. I hear like two sides. One says that education is underfunded, and then the other side says no, they actually have too much money. They need to be more creative and tighter with what they have.
Well, obviously, I think that we do have to look at how we're spending our education budget. We have to spend it wisely. We have to spend it smartly. Education, but education is extremely important for us to have that workforce that's going to be necessary to handle those new opportunities that we hope to invite to the North Country. The high-tech industries, the new green initiative. Those are the things that we need to ensure that our workforce and our people are trained to be able to take on. Okay? Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming out, and I really appreciate everything, and hope to see everybody this summer. Thank you, Marty.
I would like to add just a comment on behalf of the Clinton County Democratic Party. We were very pleased to endorse Rudy, have Rudy available to be a candidate for us. He's right on message with the fact that we need to address the dysfunctionality of Albany. I mean, we just went through a vote that could have resulted in shutting down the state of New York essential services, and the reality of the situation, while we have an assemblywoman who goes on and on about what she has trouble with on the measure, the reality is that every single measure that's going to come forward is going to have a part of that is going to encompass pain. It's the whole idea of the fact that we just can't keep spending as the state of New York. We have to begin to live within our means. And so it's easy for somebody to talk about what's wrong, but the real problem is they aren't coming up with any solutions, and all they're doing is adding to gridlock. And it's time that we put an end to gridlock.
Thanks, Marty. Thank you so much for coming.